All right, moving on to our second jam. This one's going to be in the key of A, so we're moving up. It's in A major. This is a straight groove. It's not a swing. So we're thinking 1 and 2 and da 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 dun 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 dun, which is going to, again, change the dynamic a little bit. It is just a 12-bar blues using A7 and D7 and E7. So the same rules are going to apply, except now we're up in the key of A. So let's check this one out. Okay, so here's another typical kind of blues thing. Now we're dealing with the straight rhythm. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum-bum-bo-da-da-da-da-dun. Still using all the 12-bar blues stuff. Nothing has changed as far as that construction goes. Okay, it's just when we play, we're not dealing with the triplet feel. Now we're dealing with... right, whatever it is that you like, and then you can always go into da 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 da. So I'll use like a like licks like that where I'm going twice as fast. And then what I'll do sometimes is I'll slip in and out of playing with the rhythm, dun 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 da 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 dum bum bum bum. And then I'll just kind of go off, which, again, I always call free time. I don't want to do that all the time because then it doesn't really sound like I'm in the musical space with this song, right? Feels like I'm driving alongside another vehicle and I'm not responding. But, and let me show you kind of what I mean. So if I was playing with the groove heavy, so I'm very much aware of that rhythm and I'm responding to it. If I played free time, it would sound more like this. So really what I'm doing is I always think of it like, it's like kind of like going up a hill. And, you know, you're tired and you're going up and it's kind of slow. And then you come down and all of a sudden it's, you know, like you're on a bike, right? And you come down the hill and it gets faster. So it's like a roller coaster. You're kind of going fast and then you're going slow. And I think about rhythm like that a lot when I'm doing my free time stuff. So I'm not really making the connection in terms of dun, 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 dun kind of thing. I'm just kind of doing this roller coaster-ish thing with my rhythm. And I want to move back and forth between those. I need to make a connection rhythmically, no doubt about it, because if I don't, it just sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, even if I might, right? It's going to sound like I'm disconnected from the music. So it's okay to do that a little bit, but then you want to come back and make that connection again, okay? And again, remember, repetition is always nice. You'll notice in this one I was doing more things like... or... or... right? Different kinds of things like that. I'll use double stops, they're called, where I'll play these two fives together on the second and third strings, or these two sevens, or this, 8 and 9. Those sound really cool oftentimes. I'll use these two fives, and then the 7, 8, which we've talked about, but I'll use them together. And then I give this one a little bend. So you see, even though from the bird's eye view, there's a lot, we're talking about how to solo and how to approach soloing and all the different things that go into this. There's also licks that you can learn. You can zoom in and go, hey, that one lick, I really like that one lick. I'm going to pause this whole thing, and I just want to go into my fundamental space and develop that lick. I really like that idea, whatever it was, right? And then I'm going to bring it back over here into the creative space and use it. And this is where this, I hate to use the word mastery because I don't use that very often, but authority, if you will, on your fretboard, the more you can control what you see and your ability to manipulate what you can see, like a position or, whether it's a pentatonic or a hybrid thing or something, but the more you can visualize it and the more your hands respond in a rhythmic and musical sense to what you can see, the more stuff you can do. So you can start moving across the fretboard all over the place as you listen to this. If I go like this, and I'll play slower this time, just to make sure. Sometimes the mood gets me, the energy gets me, and I it's hard to slow down, but let me do this. Major a little bit. Back into minor. Both. Major. So hopefully you get the idea. I mean, there's a million things that you can do with this. So you don't want to get overwhelmed, but you do want to be aware of my thought process and see how much of it makes sense with you and how you're going to use that. Because if you just get in there and you're just playing one position and you're just moving back and forth, I've been there. I know how that goes, right? So as we keep going, please just keep this in mind. You don't need to add everything. Okay, you just need to add something that's different, even if it's just one note. But if it makes you think differently and it makes you play differently, then it makes all the difference in the world. Or maybe it's not even a new note. It's just being aware of the rhythm, or just being aware of making connections. When A is being played, you emphasize A. When D is played, you emphasize D. When E is being played, you emphasize E. Even if it was just something as basic as that, but you now know your 12-bar blues and you know when these chord changes are coming and you make those connections,